Hey guys, Novel Bushido here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be covering Guild Wars 1 Warrior skills, elite skills. Finally here on Warrior, I've been waiting for this one, another one of the classes I play a lot. So my 4 main classes, the one classes that I actually know a lot about, well I'll probably say 5, is Paragon, Dervish, Warrior, Elite and Monk. I've done all the other 4. So Warrior is the last one for the classes that I actually know a lot about. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I actually know a bit about Ranger, Necro, but definitely Warrior and other classes are the ones for me. So yeah, let's get into this. So as always, I think it lists them by order of alphabetical order. So coming up the first, Auspicious Parry. I never used the skill. Don't really use much tactics skills. There's a couple liking tactics, but tactics is generally not that good for Warrior in this game. It never got the buff that it should have got. They were planning to do, which is a shame. But let's read this one. It's an elite stance, 8 seconds, blocks 1 attack and effect. You gain 1 to 4 strikes of adrenaline. It costs 1 adrenaline to use, 2-second cooldown. Now this one, it can be a fast way to get adrenaline out to block. I mean, but did I say 2-second cooldown? Oh yes, it's a 2-second recharge. Yeah, so 2-second recharge. It lasts for 8 seconds. So pretty much every 2 seconds you get this, you can keep this up. So every 2 seconds you're getting adrenaline. You're getting what, 4 stacks of adrenaline at 15, at 25 stacks, which is pretty good. The problem is this is tactics. Investing a lot in tactics is kind of lame. Luckily, you don't have to invest too much for this to be useful. Even at 12, you get free. So by using the skill, even at 12, you're getting +2 adrenaline after the one that you need to use, obviously, to use the skill. And you're blocking attack. Blocking attack is cool. 1 block every 2 seconds is, yeah, it's pretty good. How I feel about this one, I actually don't know in the grand scheme of things. I think I'm going to leave this in C. I don't think it's like great, outstanding. There's so many more ways for negating damage in Warrior. The skills that aren't even elites that you could have that are pretty damn good at stopping damage. So that's why this one for me doesn't really, I just don't know. I don't think it really gets to that level that I'd like. What's up with all these ads, man? I don't think it gets to the level that I'd like, but I think it's a good skill overall. I do think it's a good skill overall. Next we're going into Hammer. Haven't used Hammer too much either, in PvE definitely. So Backbreaker, elite hammer attack, deals 1 to 20 damage, causes knockdown. Knockdown lasts 4 seconds with 8 strength or higher, 9 adrenaline. Now this skill is pretty strong. It is pretty strong for a 4-second knockdown. In PvE though, 4-second non-AoE knockdown isn't too amazing. PvP, yes, but 9 adrenaline is a lot. It means you do have to kick quite a bit to get 9 adrenaline, and a lot of the quick adrenaline ways in PvP is also nerfed. This tier list is mostly based on PvE. It's not AoE. It costs 9. You do more damage. A 4-second knockdown pretty much means you're killing someone, but to get that adrenaline in the first place, even with certain skills, like there's a shout that gives you double adrenaline, you're gonna have to at least hit 5 times. So that's still a lot of adrenaline. By that time, you kind of expect the enemy party to kind of be dead. So I think this one stays in C as well. I think it stays in C. Yeah, I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's bad. Now we're going into Strength. Battle Rage, elite stance, 5 to 20 seconds. You move 33% faster and gain a double adrenaline from your attacks. And if you use a non-adrenaline attack, 4 seconds. Now this is pretty, oh not 4 seconds, 4 adrenaline to cast. Now this is a pretty cool skill because you're moving faster and you're getting adrenaline faster. The only problem with this is there's not much ways from Warrior itself to get attack speed. Pretty much all of them are in stances. So if you want to use the stance to get attack speed, you're going to have to override this skill, which is a shame. Let me just quickly check if there's any skills that aren't stances that give you attack boosts. See, it's also the problem that they can't be stances, right? No, they can't be stances, and they can't use adrenaline. No, they can't use mana, because this one says if it uses anything that's not adrenaline based, the skill was wiped. So yes, you're moving faster, you're getting more adrenaline, but you're not hitting faster, which is a big problem. If this was, damn it, if this says it doesn't end when you use non-adrenaline skills, this would be like a S. But because it limits you to non-adrenaline, I'm gonna give it a B. It could even be C, because moving faster is great. Yeah, sure. 20 seconds, that's a long time. Double adrenaline is cool, but you're losing so much damage by not attacking faster, right? You're just gonna lose damage. You're gaining damage by, you know, double adrenaline. You can choose our bigger attacks, and having 33% movement speed indirectly improves your damage because you're getting into fights faster. The only thing is, yes, the damage, the speed, the attack speed just isn't there, and there's no way to do it because of that restriction. So that's why it stays in B. Bull's Charge. Ooh, another skill I haven't used. I haven't used a lot of strength elites. Elite stance, 5 to 11 seconds. You move 30% faster, causes knockdown if you hit a moving foe. Ends if you use a skill. 5 energy, 20-second cooldown. So this can last about 11 seconds. Apparently you can maintain it with the Dwarven stability. So whenever someone's moving, you're pretty much just knocking them down constantly, like forever, which is pretty damn good. The only thing is you can't use a skill, but in hard mode, a lot of things are running away. Monks, Ellies, things move fast, things move. In that instance, this can be a pretty good skill. You can get a warrior to just keep running after them, not using any skills, and just, yeah. The only question is, what if that's all they're doing, then what else do they use? I guess other stuff in between when they're knocked down, I guess. But you're just gonna lose the stance. It's a bit of a hard one. But I think it's pretty good. I think it actually gets a B because of the pressure you can put up just knocking down someone consistently, like forever. Definitely PvE with the Dwarven increase. That is pretty good. 33% movement speed all the time as well. That's great. It's just that the restriction of ends if you use a skill. I mean, it makes sense. If it didn't end, that'd be busted. Obviously, it'd be too busted, but I do like this skill. I think it has a place. I think it's great. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I haven't used it myself, but maybe one day I'll experiment with it. Nah, you can't really, because if heroes, you know, you can't bring PvE skills as a player or my warrior. Maybe I'll try my warrior. But there's just so many like S-class warrior elites. That's the problem. There's so many of them, and they're just so good that I just can't resist them, honestly. Okay, we're going back to tactics with Charge. It's a very interesting skill. Elite Shout, 5 to 13 seconds. Allies in earshot move 33% faster. Initial effect, these allies lose the cripple condition. 5 mana, 20-second cooldown. Now, this is warriors incoming basically, but instead of getting healed every time you move, in this one, instead you remove cripple, which I think is actually pretty interesting. And that's why I'm going to put in B, because I think high B actually, I think it has a lot of applications. You can pretty much take this at all times. Like, it's not a bad skill. You're making a team go faster. Like, it's not bad. It's good. This could go to A if the initial effect, or if it had an end effect that was better, because just initially making you lose condition, cripple, is okay. It's not the greatest. I don't think there's any type of, no, there is some, I don't know actually, is there any skills in Guild Wars 1 that stops you from getting conditioned by any condition? I'm not actually sure, because what I was thinking, actually I think there is actually for necros and stuff that you can't get disease or something by using a certain skill. Because what I was thinking, if people with charge, maybe they shouldn't be able to be crippled. Maybe that would be cool. If that was the case, then I'll put this at A, because that's pretty interesting. Right now it's just at the top of B. I think it's definitely a good skill. It's worth taking, but incoming is better than this. Though this one does last a bit longer, it says 13 seconds, and if you put into 20 points, it's 16 seconds, so it's almost the whole entire thing, which is quite a lot. Yeah, no, it's a pretty good skill. It is a pretty good skill. Going back into a strength, Charging Strike, Elite Stance, 1 to 10 seconds. You move 30% faster and deal 10 to 40 damage. With your next melee attack, ends when you hit or if you use a skill. 5 energy, 5 cooldown. Now this is pretty cool because this pretty much says, this is pretty much a weapon skill. Because it says 40 damage, you're doing 40 damage more in your next skill. It's basically saying, yo, unfortunately it's a stance, so you can't, you know, you can't use attack speed, but it ends instantly, so after it ends, you know, you can just pop your stance or pop wherever. But it's pretty much a skill, 40 damage, movement speed of 33. That's just getting you right in there. And it doesn't count as a hit. So you can get in there, you can use your skill, you can even use your cripple or something to keep on that monster or whatever you need, and just get you straight in there and start with big damage at the start of your fight. And then every couple seconds, you're just going to get a big damage coming out. I think this is great. I think this is A. I haven't really used this myself. Like I said, the S ones are just 2S to ignore. But this one is definitely something on my radar actually now, because that's like 40 damage every couple seconds. Every 5 seconds, that's 40 damage. And it's a burst of speed to catch up. Now, at 20, you do 50 damage, which is pretty crazy. The duration doesn't really matter, because when you're moving, you know, ideally, you're going to be in a monster's face by about 8 seconds anyway. So, you know, this is just nice to have. And outside of combat, you can keep it on all the time. You can just get 33% movement speed all the time. Yeah, it's just good. It's good. And also, one thing you could do with this skill is you can start a battle, get into the battle, use it, and then by the time you end the battle, maybe it's already recharged and then you can use it again. So you can get double 40 damage up. That's pretty much using 2 elites in one time in a battle. Like, let's say, for example, I think Dragon Slash does like 40 damage, but you can only use that once. I think at Adrenaline or something. We'll see when we get to it. This one, you can use it, and then if you timed it correctly, you can use it again straight away. That's double the damage. Just pretty good. I really like that, actually. Cleave. Very simple one. It's an elite axe attack. My first axe, I believe. Deals 10 to 30 damage for adrenaline. This is just a name. It's just a very standard. All you need to do is get 4 adrenaline, which is pretty much what, 3 or 4 strikes, and then after that, yeah, you're good. Just you got all adrenaline you need. You got all adrenaline you need, and then when you got all the adrenaline, it's just consistent damage. It's very consistent damage. 30. It's pretty much 30 damage plus 30 damage every 4 hits. And if you're doing other things to do AoE, like Cyclone Axe and all that other stuff, you're going to be doing this more often. So you're just going to be ramping up the damage. Very consistent. It's good. It's definitely good. If it's better than this one, maybe not. But I think it's definitely good. Now we're going down to non-attribute. Coward. Elite Shout. Causes knockdown if target foe is moving. Woohoo. 4 adrenaline, 2-second recharge. This is strong. It's definitely strong. Definitely in PvP. Being able, it's a shout, so you can use this at range. As long as they're in your radius, your earshot, you can use it on someone. And yeah, they're gonna fall down. They're just gonna fall down. This is strong. PvE, is it that strong? No, but I think overall, I think it deserves a B, a high B. Just for its application. Maybe less than this one, but I think it's definitely really good. Like it does stuff really well for what it is. There's low cooldown too. It helps you to catch up, helps you to get in. Yeah, no, it's good. I wonder if I'm going to be too generous in this class as well. Hopefully not. Okay, Crippling Slash. We're in swords. It's our first sword, I think. Crippling Slash. Elite sword attack. Inflicts cripple condition 5 to 13 damage per second, sorry. 15 seconds actually, 5 to 15 seconds. And bleeding for 10 to 25 seconds. 6 adrenaline. Huh. So apparently the bleed covers the cripple, so if they remove, they're gonna remove the bleed first and then the cripple after. This is pretty much I don't know. I mean, this list is mostly based on PvE. Bleed and cripple is not that important, honestly. It's not that important for an elite. It doesn't do any extra damage as well. I mean, you can do it on a monk or some, I don't know, backliner, and yeah, you're doing a bit of pressure, but it's nothing great, honestly. At some point, I think in E, maybe even F, like, who cares about bleed and cripple, honestly? You can do bleed with basic attacks with sword. You can do cripple with basic attacks. Yeah, I know it costs a lot of energy, but cripple isn't something that you really think about in PvE anyway. Not really. I mean, you can in hard mode, I guess you want to keep people bunched up and stuck. But at that point, you want AoE cripple. You don't want just one person cripple, right? So nah, it's not really working for me. This is down in E. Me and this skill have a lot of history. Decapitate. It's an elite axe attack. Deals 5 to 50 damage. Inflicts deep wound condition. Automatically crits. You lose all adrenaline and energy. 8 adrenaline. This is a pretty crazy skill when it comes to damage. I remember when I was younger, I used to bring this in PvP, but honestly, once you use it, after you use it, you're kind of done. Like, you have nothing left. All your adrenaline is gone, all your energy is gone. You're pretty much out of the game. Yes, you're getting a big hit. This is guaranteed a massive hit. 50 damage. At 20, you're getting 65 damage. You're doing deep wound, which is another 20% of their health. And then you're doing a crit, which is going to increase your damage. How much do crits actually increase your damage by? Crits of an axe increases damage by 1.4 times. 1.4 times. So think of all of those put together. You're going to be doing maybe like almost 200 damage if you include a deep wound. Maybe even 250. That is almost someone dead. But it costs 8 adrenaline. You lose all your adrenaline and use all your energy. Losing all your adrenaline, that's not the worst. That's not the end of the world. Yeah, fine. Because you could use other things, then you could end on this. But losing all your energy, that is big. Because warriors only have +2 energy in the first place. And they can't afford to lose all the energy. Like some skills is useful for them in energy and they just need energy. So, oh man, I don't want to put this in D, but I kind of feel like it is a D skill. Like it's good, but it's not good. And the repercussions are so bad. Look, if it didn't say we lose our energy, I'd give this a B. Honestly, I'd give this a B. Because I'd be like, okay, let's use all your other skills, finish off with this skill. They're dead. And then let's build up your adrenaline again. It's fine. As long as you got your energy, you can pop the skill to build your energy again. Fine. But you can't do that. So it goes down here. If you didn't say both, then obviously it'll be S. Like, it'll be absolutely busted. But it's a D skill. It's a D skill. It's good, but it's not the greatest. A very iconic, probably one of the most iconic skills in the game. Defy Pain. Elite skill. 20 seconds. You have plus 90 to 300 max health, 20 armor, and you take 1 to 10 less damage. 5 adrenaline. At 20, you get 320 max health and 13 reduce. So this is actually stackable. So any other reduce actually stacks on top. Defy Pain, I think, is an S. Like, for what it does, tanking isn't always something that you need, but when you do need it, this is your skill. If you need someone to kind of be more of the survival part of the party, definitely in hard mode, this is the skill to take. It just does too much for the team, and I think it's just so worth it. I actually love the skill. In one of my hard mode runs, I was taking this on a warrior because I just need them to stay alive a bit longer, and it just helps with that so much. 370 health at 20? What? That's crazy. That's like pretty much 50% more health. 60, no, more than 50%, like 60, 70% on a warrior. That is pretty damn good, honestly. I think yes, it's a really good skill. Definitely S. Like, there's no competition in my book. It's one of the best skills you can get as a warrior. Defy Pain PvP. You have, it's the same, elite stance, 20 seconds. What's up? Yes, other than 20 seconds. You have plus 90 to 300 health, so the health is still the same, and plus 20 armor. So the armor is still the same. The only thing you don't have is that reduction of damage for 1 to 10. It's still 5 adrenaline. This is still good. Like, I would still put this in, like, you know, B, like somewhere here. The thing about the reduction means a lot. Definitely if you add up all the reductions and the reduction of the armor you already get, because warriors already take a little damage, right? And there's a big difference between taking 10 damage and taking no damage. Because taking 10 damage means, okay, if I hit them many times, it's gonna eventually, you know, get them. But if you take 0 damage or 1 damage, that you're pretty much useless. There's no point even attacking that person. There's no point. So yeah, like the damage reduction just makes this like so powerful. It's actually insane. Actually insane. That was this one. This is okay, yeah, it's a hammer skill. No wonder I didn't know. I didn't notice recognize the artwork. Elite hammer skill causes knockdown, inflicts weakness condition. 7 adrenaline and 20-second weakness. So apparently this is the lowest warrior skill that needs adrenaline for knockdown, and it doesn't lose, and it doesn't have any side effects, which is cool. It doesn't have a bad side effect. That is right. What's this other one? The other one was Backbreaker. Yeah, that Backbreaker, you cause knockdown and it lasts for 4 seconds. It was 2 more adrenaline, but I think the 4 seconds knockdown and damage you have on top is probably better than just having weakness. Weakness is mostly useful against melee classes, and I wouldn't really want to be knocking down melee classes unless they're like a boss and they're really just, you know, you need to keep them down at all times, otherwise they're going to kill people so easy. I think this is just a C. Yeah, I think it's okay. Nothing crazy, nothing amazing. Actually, no, I think it's on top of D. I think it's a D. Yeah, like, it's fine. The knockdown's fine, but who cares about weakness like that? One person weakness, one person knockdown. Who cares in PvE? It doesn't matter. In PvP, yeah, you could talk to me about it. Yeah, knockdown with 7 adrenaline. That's pretty useful. Weakness, not as useful, but weakness is still something. Weakness in PvP can actually mess up someone's build. That -1 attribute can really mess up maybe something they're doing with their equipment. Who knows? Like, there's always the possibility. But I don't think it's strong enough to go into C. Here we go. Dragon Slash. Elite Swords attack deals 10 to 40 damage. You gain 1 to 5 adrenaline. And what? It costs 10 adrenaline to use. At 20 is 50 health, 50 damage, and 6 adrenaline. This skill is very strong. I mean, 40 is a lot. Now, it's one of the skills that... Wait, do you know, I didn't drag it in? Okay, I didn't drag it in. It's one of the skills that once you get going, it's just going to help you keep it up all the time, right? Because it gives you 5 strikes. And if you're using Forge Great Justice, it doubles that. Because Great Justice gives you, what, 100% more. So you're just going to pretty much recharge the same skill. So you can just keep spamming it at that point. You can just keep using it all the time because of that. Which is, it feeds itself. So it's just a free 40 damage. We're talking about this one being 40 damage. This one's just a free 40 damage a lot. So I think it's definitely a really good skill. I think it's up here in this range. Getting that 10 initial adrenaline is going to take a bit. But once you're there. It's good. Like, it's just going to feed itself. And you're just going to keep getting it. And imagine at 20. Getting 6 adrenaline. Getting 6 constantly back. That's going to be beautiful, man. It's just, what, a couple more hits after that and you're there, man. Like, it's good. And then you got things like that moon slash attack with sword, the double strike. That's gonna help you boost your adrenaline even more. Like, you're gonna get back into it very fast. It's pretty cool. Earthshaker, elite hammer attack. Knocks down target and adjacent foes. 50% chance to fail. Unless Hammer Master is at 5 or more. I wonder if anyone actually tries to use these skills without the requirement. I've always found it interesting, actually. Because 8 adrenaline. Now this is an AoE knockdown. which is pretty damn good. You don't lose anything. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. PvP, yeah. I actually say this is A. In PvE, I say this is A. I mean, if you're using hammer and using the skill, you're gonna have more than 5. Knocking down someone, knocking down all adjacent foes as well. That is pretty good skill in my book. There's also that rune the warrior can has to increase the knockdown from 1 second to 3 seconds. So that's just gonna help even more. And then if you pair them with other classes, you know, ritualists that you can also increase knockdowns and stuff like that. Like, there's just so much you can do. It's great. No, it's great. I like it. I do like that AoE. Enraged Smash. Elite hammer attack. Gives you 1 to 4 strikes of adrenaline if you hit. Deals 10 to 40. They love that 10 to 40 damage and causes knockdown if target foe was moving. 5 energy, 5-second cooldown. This is a good skill. It gives you some adrenaline, it does a lot of damage, and it causes knockdown if the foe is moving. Now they need to be moving, but it gives you a lot. Like this helps you quite a lot. It's not a stance, which I mean that's obvious, but there's a lot of mana skills that are stances. This gives you, and why I say that, because this gives you adrenaline, so you can use a stance while using this skill, which is great. Think of the other one at the top here, which gave you the 40 damage. It was attack speed, but it was a stance. This isn't a stance. You can just use this, hit them, do some nice damage, and prepare your other stances for anything else you're doing. I like the application. It's really good. I think it actually goes above Cleave. Now this has a PvP version. Never knew why, but let's have a look. Elite hammer attack. Oh yeah, probably because hammer is really strong in PvP. Like people are always moving, so people are going to take this all the time, right? Gives you 1 to 4 strikes of adrenaline if you hit. Deals 10 to 40 damage and causes knockdown the foes moving. 5 mana, 10-second cooldown. So they just increase the cooldown to 10, which is, yeah, makes sense. I mean, still in PvP, it's still really good. Like, it's not like it's bad. It's still a very good skill. It's just balanced for PvP, which is perfectly fine. Like, it's still a very good skill, so I'm still putting it in B at least. Now this skill is a axe skill, if I'm correct. Yeah, Eviscerate. Let's go, Eviscerate. One of my favorites. Elite attack, elite axe attack. Deals 1 to 31 damage. Inflicts deep wound condition. 5 to 20. 8 adrenaline. Now this does a lot of damage when you start scaling at 20 to 41, which is quite a bit. I like this skill. It does take a lot of adrenaline. And you remember Cleave? It does pretty much the same damage as Cleave, but just deep wound. That's 20% more damage. Maybe it's not as good as Cleave actually. Well, deep wound also slows down their healing as well by 20% too. So it does more applications than just, you know, damage. But maybe that's the double adrenaline though. That's a lot. That's a lot of commitment for 8 adrenaline. I'm gonna put it on top of B for now. I think it's good. I mean, I definitely liked it. Definitely PvP. I used it quite a bit, but maybe it's not the best. Maybe Cleave has that more consistent pressure. And this one, yes, it has the deep rune, and the deep rune is great. It's not as consistent as Cleave, so maybe it just doesn't reach that level. Maybe it's even below this. Yeah, maybe it doesn't reach that level. Maybe not. I think this next one's Flourish, but I'm not sure. And it's Flourish. Yeah, I knew it. I never used the skill, but I just knew it. Flourish. Elite skill recharges your attack skills. You gain 2 to 7 energy for each skill recharge. Okay, 5 energy, 1 of activation time, 8-second cooldown. Now this is pretty cool because it recharges skills. There's not a lot of skills that recharge skills, and it gives you energy for each one. So if you're using an energy based build, this is just going to keep you stacked up with all your energy. Just gives them all back, and there's an 8-second cooldown. By the time you've used all the skills, this skill is going to be ready for you to use again. 8 seconds is quite a while. If you rotate for your skills, it's going to be ready. So this one, honestly, I think is actually really good. It's actually really good. I'm putting this up here, and I'm thinking about this one. I think this one's actually probably up here. This one's pretty crazy. But yeah, this one is definitely really good. Flourish is definitely really good. Actually, I never really tested it, but I do like the applications of it quite a lot. Honestly, I do like it. Now, what is this next one? This is a tactics one, right? No, what the hell is this one? A hammer one. Okay, no wonder. Forceful Blow. Elite hammer attack. Deals 10 to 30 damage. Remove target foe's stance. Inflicts weakness condition and is unblockable. 5 adrenaline. At 20, you get 37 damage and 25 duration or weakness. Now, weakness, like I said, it's not the biggest thing, but the cool thing here, it removes the stance and it's unblockable. Now, most things that remove stance are in tandem are unblockable because most stances, there's a lot of stances that have blocks. So this makes sense that they're unblockable. Yeah, no, I like this quite a lot. I think removing the stance moves you up here in this range. Definitely moves up here. You do quite a lot. You do damage as low commitment. You're removing stances, which is useful, and it's unblockable. So that actually might move up here because of all the extra stuff you're doing. Removing stances, there's not many skills that remove stances, and there can be quite a lot of annoying enemies, rangers, warriors. If you're using Eye of the North, you're going to see monks with subclass warriors with loads of blocks and stances. Like, it's just annoying. So this type of skill just kind of helps with mitigate those annoying fights, which is always cool to see. Gladiator's defense. Never use this one because I don't touch tactics much. It's an elite stance, 5 to 11 seconds. You have 75% chance to block, which is pretty much almost as high as you can get unless you're playing a Dervish. Your attacker takes 5 to 35 damage whenever you block an attack this way. 5 energy, 30-second cooldown. That's a lot of I mean, 75% block is a lot, and you do quite a bit of damage back. The problem is, you can only use this once in a while, every 30 seconds, and this only lasts for about a third of the duration of the cooldown of the skill, which is the problem. Like, it's not a bad skill, but it just takes so long for you to actually be able to use it, and it's a stance. So I can see warriors using it for maybe farming, but after the skill has done 11 seconds, like, they're out of an elite for pretty much all of your farming time, which is going to add a lot of pressure to you. So I'm not sure if it's good for farming, and that's what leads me to actually think it actually goes down to D, because the duration that it wastes is too long. I get it's strong. Having a block on at all times would be too strong, but when I think of things like Assassin, and Assassin have ways to keep their blocks on permanently as long as they're critting, which is like all the time. So they're always going to be having blocks in battle. I'm just looking at this and I'm like, yo, like, it would be nice if they gave warriors something that worked with how the class was. I know they don't have any like special mechanic, but if they did something to renew this or just something to help, like, I think this would be good. But it's a good skill. No, don't get me wrong. It's just the duration. Once every 30 seconds is a long time, and I'm not a fan of that. Headbutt. Where is Headbutt? Headbutt is what? I thought, oh, it's strength. I thought it was nothing for a second. Elite touch skill. There was 10 to 100 damage. You are dazed for 5 to 20 seconds. 15 energy, 3/4 cast time, and 20-second cooldown. The highest energy, 15 is a lot. Now, it's definitely a good skill because, I mean, it's interesting because you put days in yourself, but obviously there's ways to actually transfer days to your enemies with like Necros and Dervish and all this stuff. But the 15 energy is just so much commitment. It is so much commitment. Considering warriors only have 20 energy, any other skill to actually transfer this to someone else is going to literally take all your energy. So all your energy is going to be gone. You're doing 100 damage. it just says take. You just deal 100 damage. So the only way they can negate this damage, I believe, is damage. And no, it's not true damage, but actually it could be true damage. I'm actually not sure how this one works. It could be true damage. I think it's the C skill. It might. It's just the. Nah, I'm gonna put it down in D. It's the energy. The energy is way too much. 15 energy, 20-second cooldown. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yo, this skill kind of sucks. Like, it's all fun and memes, but 20-second cooldown and 15-second energy, like, bro, like, no thank you, bro. Like, no, bro. I don't want to put this skill in F because, like, the days, I know you can transfer it and that'd be cool, but warriors, I think warriors have other ways to do days, and not in a way that's going to lead them literally with no mana. Like, bro, that's crazy. Actually crazy. Now we come into warriors' probably most famous skill, elite skill, 100 Blades. So famous they carried it onto Guild Wars 2 for warriors and greatsword. So elite skill, 15 seconds, deals 10 to 25 slash damage to all adjacent foes whenever you attack with a sword. 5 energy, 25-second cooldown. Now it's elite skill, so there's no way to increase the duration. It's a very strong skill because, yeah, you can just do loads of AoE. And if you use the attacks Sun and Moon, you're just hitting twice. Whirlwind attack, you're just hitting multiple times. Twins Moon Sweep with a Dervish, you're hitting twice. You're just gonna hit loads basically. That this skill is obviously an S. It's obviously an S. If it beats this one out, I don't know. They're quite interchangeable to me for different purposes, but I'll probably put 100 Blades at top. It's one of the biggest damage dealers. Like, it's just AoE damage dealer, PvE. Like, you need this. Like, it's one of the things that you say, yeah, take it. Like, why not take it? If you're using sword, take it. Like, you might as well. It's just so strong. It's just so strong. There's not much else to say about it. Like, it's just good. Like, bro. Like, don't test it, honestly. Magehunter Smash. I like the name. And it fits the description. Elite hammer attack. Causes knockdown. Unblockable if the foe is enchanted. 8 adrenaline. Not much else. Like, if you compare it to some of the other ones, one of the other ones was moving and you do more damage and you do all this other stuff. One of them was AoE knockdown. And this one does unblockable if they're enchanted. I know you get the unblockable, but I don't think that's much, to be honest. I know you don't want to. Someone blocking your attack that costs this much adrenaline is kind of annoying, but I don't know. I just don't think it's strong enough. Like, I think it needs more. Maybe I can put it in D. I don't know if I can put it in E, but maybe I could put high E, low D. Like, it's just not a good skill compared to all the other knockdowns. You got so many options. Like, there was damage and knockdowns with just 1 more adrenaline, weakness and knockdowns with 7 adrenaline, so 1 less. Knocks down AoE, the same adrenaline. You get strikes of energy, no, strikes of adrenaline, and you deal 40 damage, and you do knock down if the monster's moving. Removes the stance, inflicts weakness and unblockable, which I guess is not the same thing, but it's still unblockable, and it's even less. So the more I think about it, like, every other option in Hammer is just better than this option. Like, pretty much every other option is better. So that's why this needs to go down to E. That's just the only reason. Magehunter Strike. Never used this one, and I love the art. This art is really cool. That's someone in the hood like a mage and again striked. It's an elite melee attack. Deals 5 to 20 damage. Unblockable if the foe is enchanted. 5 energy. Half cast time, which is really cool because that means it can speed up when you got attack speed by 33%, and 3-second cooldown. This is really cool because you can just keep spamming this up every 3 seconds. If someone's using a lot of enchantments to block, who cares? Just keep hitting them, just keep slamming them. Now, enchantments to block, there's not many. There's there's assassins, there's dervishes, there's monks, so there's actually quite a bit. So yeah, no, there's actually quite a bit. I think this is actually a pretty good skill. I'm putting this on the top of B. Maybe you could even go to A. Like, it's a good skill. There's nothing wrong with it. Actually, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I like it. Put it into A. It's strong. It is strong. Every few seconds does more damage. Like, and it's a melee attack, so you can work with any type of weapon you're using. It doesn't have to be just sword. It can be anything. Which, yeah, it's good. It's good. Energy slows only 5. Now, is it better than this one? I don't know. It's very similar actually. A bit less damage, but you can do it more often. Your energy might have a problem if you keep spamming it every few seconds though. Since there's a half duration, you can increase the attack speed, which is really cool in this skill. So maybe it's a buff, yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. I like it quite a lot. Maybe I need to test around with it. Primal Rage. Elite stance. 1 to 15 seconds. You attack 30% faster and move 25% faster. You take double damage. So this is the Frenzy, but in elite form. And obviously Frenzy is just attack faster. This one you also get the 25% movement faster. It's 4 adrenaline and 10-second cooldown. Now Frenzy doesn't have a cooldown. Frenzy also doesn't have adrenaline, just costs mana, 5 mana. Frenzy lasts for 8 seconds and it's a 4-second cooldown. I don't know. This skill's a bit hard for me to really place. Because taking double damage is a lot. Like, it's actually a lot when you think about it. Double damage. If you're getting spiked in hard content and they're hitting you for 200, you're literally taking 400. That's a death sentence at that point. If you have enough defenses, double damage doesn't mean much. I guess 10 times 2 is only 20. Like, it's not crazy. And you're getting the attack speed, you're getting movement speed. There's no other, like, if you do something while you have it, you know, there's no negative when you, like, for having it, apart from just the double damage. Obviously, double damage is a lot. And when you use the skill, everyone's going to target you, definitely in hard mode. I don't know. You know what? I'm thinking putting this in B. This might be strange because double damage is crazy, but the attack and movement is just really cool to have pretty much at all times. And ideally, you have ways to keep yourself alive while you have this skill. Ideally, that is. Now, what kind of skills am I talking about? You're gonna have to take some armor and some damage reduction. Health isn't gonna help because you're gonna be taking double damage. You need to reduce that damage threshold that you can take. So whatever you can get to reduce that, the better. So I'm putting it B. It could go in high C, but I'm putting it B just because I kind of like the application of it. I think Warrior has a lot of good elites actually. They have a lot of good elites. Like, holy shit. Maybe we need to move stuff around a bit later. Quivering Blade. It's elite sword attack. Deals 10 to 40 damage, another 40. Inflicts daze for 5 seconds if target foe is moving. 5 adrenaline. It's a good attack. It's a good skill. You get some daze out. You get some damage. It's low commitment. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put an A, honestly. Maybe high B, actually. Just because of the fact that they need to be moving for the days to work. Which, I mean, yeah, if you're attacking a monk or Ellie, they're definitely hard mode. They're definitely going to move if you're on them. So, I think maybe it can go up to here. Daze is important. Daze is really good. It's almost, to be honest, yeah, it's almost 1 adrenaline more than Cleaver, and he has more damage and he does a bit more. So, yeah, in this instance, it's a better Cleave. It's a better Cleave. Damn. I need to think about it in the future. Maybe Cleave isn't that good after all. We're going back to strength. Rage of Ntouka. Probably said that wrong. Elite skill. You gain 1 to 7 adrenaline. For 10 seconds, adrenaline skills have a 5-second recharge when used. The fuck? 5 energy, 15-second cooldown. There's a note here. The 5-second recharge listed is in addition to any recharge. This skill is garbage. Absolute garbage. So you're just getting 7-second adrenaline to add in recharge for skills. That means you pretty much can't take any skills that need recharge, and this skill needs a recharge. So does it count for itself? Okay, no, it says adrenaline scores. My bad. So this one doesn't have recharge. My bad. My bad. Just forget I said that. But still, yes, you're right. You can get adrenaline quite fast, quite quick. You get 7 pretty much every 15 seconds for free. But this means you can't take any adrenaline skills that actually have any cooldown, any cast times. No cooldown, sorry, which is a shame. To be honest, there might not be too many. Let me actually check that out. Wait, no. This adds it. So regardless if it has 0, it's gonna have 5. Yep, F. Not gonna talk about it anymore. F skill, garbage. Why are you making things worse for me? Like, you should be making it better, not worse. It's a terrible way to balance the skill. Yeah, you give me 7 adrenaline, but pretty much after I use the skills, I get 5-second cooldown added on top. Like, bro, but don't do that. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Maybe it doesn't matter too much, because maybe 5 seconds, by the time you use all your skills and they're off rotation, the 5 seconds is over. But I just know it's gonna be a pain at some point. At some point, it's gonna be a pain. I'm not gonna like it. Okay, the new elite that got added for the anniversary. 7 weapons stance. This one is insane. Elite stance, 3 to 20 seconds. Weapon attributes are increased by 1 to 15. You attack 33% faster. PvE skill. 5 energy, 20-second cooldown. So at 15, you can keep this up forever, basically. And you get 15 attributes. This one is insane. This one's definitely S. It's the best skill they have. Like, it's pretty much the only skill I've been taking in my warrior recently, because this way I can just run this. I can run 7 in. I run 7 in strength. No, I want full in strength. I want 7 in sword or 7 in axe, whoever I want one. Or 6, I think it is. Maybe it's 6. Could you get plus 15? Yes, it's 6. Or you can only even want 5 if you want. And then I just run the rest in strength. You just max out strength and then put the rest in tactics or something. That's the meta. That is the meta. Get as much. Yeah. Just get as much strength and whatever. Then I can actually run tactics. This actually makes running tactics worth it, because you don't have to put anything into the actual attribute for your melee attack. This allows warriors to run Dervish. It allows them to run assassins, paragons, rangers, whatever they want now. Like with a weapon. And that's insane. It just adds so much to them. They become so powerful just because of this one skill. Like, and because 50% attack speed as well. Yes, it's a stance, so your movement speed can't stack. But regardless of that, it's great. It is beautiful. You have shouts for movement. Actually, I think you do have some shouts that give movement. Maybe not in this class. I think that's a paragon thing. But like, forget that. It doesn't matter. You're just gonna be doing so much damage. 30% faster. Maxing out your strength. Maxing out your weapon attribute as well, and then having other attributes because you can. Because plus 15 is insane. In fact, if you max out strength and you get up to like what, I don't know, 18, you're gonna have 18 attributes. That's just crazy. That's actually ridiculous. Because if you put 12 and then you get 3 from a rune, you get one more. You got 6. You got 16. That's 16 attributes. Like, bro, you're playing with a warrior. The warrior gets a plus 4. You're on 20. You're plus 20 to everything. You don't even need to put a single point in your weapon. Just keep this up forever, as long as they don't remove your stance. Because if they remove your stance, you ain't doing no damage. So that's the one repercussion. It's a stance, and stances can be removed, and they can't be covered because you're gonna have one stance on one build at a time. I mean, no, you can only have one stance active at a time. So definitely really good though. Definitely really good. Yeah, I just realized, is this the same guy? He sucks. His skills suck. Huh. Anyway. Shove. Elite touch skill causes knockdown. Initial effect. End foe stance and deals 15 to 75 damage if target foe is moving. 5 energy, 3/4 cooldown. Cost time, 50-second cooldown. Yeah, that's okay skill. Nothing great. I'm thinking around here. There's so many other ways to do knockdown that warriors have. When it comes to strength, when it comes to hammer, that this skill, I know it's a touch and touches the damage they do is pretty nice. It also ends a stance, which is cool. And its initial effect ends a stance as well. So if they have a stance that blocks, their stance for block is gone. But the 50-second cooldown, that's a long time. That is a long time. I guess you can see it as once in a battle, take out the monk, take out whoever you need, and you're done. So maybe I can give this a D. Yeah, I just don't think it's that great compared to all the other variations you have. The damage is pretty good though, but I just don't see it as being as good as the rest. Skull Crack. Elite melee attack. Interrupts an action. Inflicts daze condition for 10 seconds if target is casting a spell. 9 adrenaline, half cast time. This is pretty good. I mean, a quick easy daze, interrupts as well. Yeah. I would give this like a B, somewhere here. You know, 9 adrenaline is quite a lot, but it's a nice quick easy daze. You know, it's quarter second, half second. You can increase that so it can be even less. Yeah, no, it's good. I think it's good. It's good duration on the days as well. You know. Okay, one of my actual favorites, shoulders stance. Elite stance 5 to 15 seconds. You have a 75% chance to block. You attack 33% faster while under the effects of this chant or shout. 5 energy, 15-second cooldown or recharge, which is pretty crazy. Ideally in teams, I mean, if you have a power gun, you're always going to be under a shout or stance. I always run a power gun because my main is a power gun, so my warriors always have this ready. Or there's always ways to give yourself a shout or chant when you're a warrior. Definitely a shout. Attacking 30% faster and blocking, you can keep this up all the time. That's very good. That is very good, and that's why for me it goes up to A. I think having that ability is just really nice. There's no drawbacks. There's just a retrocrit, whatever it's called. I can't say the word. My bad. But it's not a deep one. It's something that's very easy for warriors to do if they really want to. And 30% just allows you to do a lot, you know. So I think yes, it goes maybe a bit above here because that attack speed is a lot of attack speed, and you get some nice blocks as well. So it adds to your survivability. It keeps you alive and it keeps you damaging. So it might even go above here. Now the PvP version, if I remember correctly, reduces the time this lasts for, and it removes the block, which makes it kind of weird. 4 to 10 seconds. You attack 30% faster while under the effect of a shout or chant. 5 energy, 8-second cooldown. So this does last forever still, but it's a bit different in its durations and its cooldown. But without the block, I think this actually goes down quite a lot. All the way down to like E, because in the end all this is doing is just increasing your attack speed by 33%, which is good. But then also you need a prerequisite for that. So if you didn't even have a stance, this skill does nothing. I'm gonna shout or chant, this skill does nothing. So I think it goes down to maybe yeah, maybe an E down here. It's not very good without the block. With the block, it's already up here. Without the block, it just kind of feels like it's down here for me. Maybe that's a bit too much. But I think the block really adds to the whole package. Maybe a D. Maybe a D without the block. Maybe. Steady stance. Elite stance, 10 seconds. The next time you would be knocked down, you gain 1 to 3 adrenaline and 1 to 7 energy instead. That's nice. 5 energy, 6-second cooldown. I mean, how often are you going to be knocked down like that though? It's not very often. Yeah, preventing knockdown, but still, I don't see this being used that much and that useful that often. That's why I think yeah, it kind of sits in like an F. Like who cares? Some adrenaline, some energy instead. I'll be knocked down. Who's gonna target you for knockdown anyway? Like, there's so many other bear skills that do more pretty much all the time like pretty much all the time, and the skill is only useful whenever you get knocked down, which is very rare. And if it does happen, why would you care about some adrenaline and some energy anyway? Like, who cares? Who actually cares? Triple Chop, one of my faves. Staple for Axe. Elite Axe attack. Deals 10 to 40 damage. Also hits adjacent foes. Very simple. 5 adrenaline, 5 energy, 10-second cooldown. Now this skill I think goes in A, somewhere up here. Somewhere up here. It's very strong. Being able to just it hits all adjacent foes. It doesn't have a max. 40 is a lot of damage. Just hitting adjacent foes every 10 seconds. That's a lot of damage. It's very good. Yeah, no, it's very nice. It's very nice. So, where would I put this? I'm just thinking, is it better than this one? It's a bit hard. I want to put in the S, but I just feel like this one then deserves to be S too. I don't know if it deserves to be higher than it. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I think it deserves that. That's because of the ease to use it and how much damage you can get from it. It's great. Is it better than this one? I don't know. This one's more consistent because you can just keep swinging. This one has a 10-second cooldown. So even though it's strong, it still needs a cooldown. Which the other one has a cooldown too, actually. There's 10 seconds you can't have 100 blades active. But this one, I guess, every 10 seconds you can use it. So I'm not really sure. It's actually kind of hard for me to think, but I'm quite fine with it being like this. Victory is mine. Very interesting skill. Elite Shout. You gain 10 to 68 health and 3 to 7 energy for each condition on target foe. 5 energy, 15-second cooldown. It's definitely very... It depends on your team, what your team are doing. You can gain health, you can gain energy. I guess you can kind of see this maybe as a 1v1 build in some ways. You get 87 energy, no health, and 8 energy. This can be pretty much mean like, yeah, if you got 2 conditions, you're healing 40 every couple, so 120 by yourself if you're like 15, not 18, every time you use this. So every 15 seconds you're healing 100 and something. You're getting about 14 energy. It works for itself. It keeps you alive. When would you use this? I don't know. What conditions the warriors have access to? They have bleed, they have cripple, they have deep rune. And weakness. Those are the 4 they have. I don't think they have anything else. That's 4. It's quite easy to at least get 2 of them. All 4, a bit harder. 3, yeah, maybe they can get 3. So at 3, you get about 180 health, about 21 energy. It's cool. Now the reason I'm talking about solo, because if you have a team, who cares if you getting health like this? Like, who cares? Like, honestly, getting extra health every this time, like, no one cares. Like, rely that to other people. This in itself isn't that useful for warriors in that instance. So that's why I think maybe it stays here in this range here. I just realized we didn't even rate this one. This is the Dwarven hammer, isn't it? Did I just drag it there and not rate it? Yeah, it's Dwarven battle stance. Yeah, my bad. Someone must have been screaming like, no, Nova, you forgot to do it. My bad. Dwarven battle stance. Elite stance. 5 to 11 seconds. You attack 33% faster and gain 40 armor. And attacks interrupt actions. No effect unless you have a hammer encrypted. Now this is a weird skill. The reason why, because it's in strength, but this is obviously built for a hammer. So why is it in strength? Why didn't they just put in hammer? I actually don't understand. It's a bit strange. I mean, which part has no effect? All of it, or just the last part? I'm guessing all of it. So then if it is all of it, then you might as well have said, yeah, you need a hammer and put this in strength and hammer masteries. Anyway, I think this skill is pretty good. It doesn't last for the whole thing. With the Dwarven stability, you can keep it indefinitely apparently. But like, it's just a good skill. I mean, you attack 30% faster with a hammer, which is great. 40 armor, which just makes you a big tank, and just interrupting. Your attack skills are literally just interrupts like constantly. So I think this one actually is like somewhat up here in high B. I think it's a really good skill. I think it's great. It might even go to A. Yeah, it might go to A. Yeah. So somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere here. Somewhere here. Okay. We'll put it here. We'll put it here right next to this one. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's actually really good. Keeps you tanky. You're attacking faster. You're interrupting every attack skill. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, honestly. Now this one, Warrior's Endurance. Now I remember when I first saw the skill, I actually used it because when I was using my warriors, I think it's one of the first elites you can get by going into like that area with the longest reach and the desert. It's the first elite you can get actually. And this skill is interesting because it just helps you to spam all your skills, all your energy skills. But let's read it out. Elite skill, 5 to 35 seconds. You gain 3 energy each time you hit a foe with a melee attack. No energy gain if you have more than 10 to 25 energy. So it depends on how much you invest. You can stop gaining energy. 5 energy, 30-second cooldown. So by the time you're like level 12 in this, you can pretty much keep this up forever. And at 12, you can't get more than 22. Now at 15, no more than 25. At 20, no more than 30. Now I guess they limit it so you can't just use this with another class, like try to play warrior, I don't know, dervish, and spam a lot of energy. But I mean, you're gonna be able to anyway because you have so much energy. There's like, this pretty much just takes over mysticism in the end, technically, because mysticism helps with energy, but this just is gonna keep you energized all the time. This skill does, yeah, even in the notes it says works well with combinizing with Scythe. Yeah, because Scythe hit multiple people. You're keeping up your energy all the time. Even, I remember Rangers have a similar skill, Markman's Wager, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this just keeps your energy up all the time, and it's actually really good. It's actually very good. Kind of reminds me of that Flourish skill. I think it actually goes into A, bottom of A I'm going to put it. Maybe just a bit above Cleave. Because I think it's great. Just having that energy up constantly. So you can just keep on attacking and keep you. The warriors have a lot of strong energy skills. And this helps you just keep in it all the time. And you're getting free energy every time you hit the attack. It's not a skill. So every time you're just hitting. If you hit multiple times, you're just getting loads of energy. So yeah. Hopes you can play warrior dervish. Warrior whatever. That has a so melee attack because you're just going to keep your energy up all the time. Which is great. Very good skill. I like it. Warriors Endurance PvP. Elite stance, 5 to 35 seconds. You gain 3 energy each time you hit with a melee attack. No energy gain if you have more than 10 to 30, 25 energy. What's the difference? Oh, okay, so it was a skill in PvE. In PvP, it's a stance. Now, the reason that's a big difference is because it's a stance. It takes over all your other stances. You can have one stance at a time. So you need to really think if this is worth taking over all the other stances you can have. Now, Warrior still has a lot of strong skills that have energy, but most of them are elites that I'm thinking about. There are some still strong ones, definitely Hammer, that take a lot of energy. So I think this is still like high C. Like, it's not bad. Just because it's a stance, it's not bad. Maybe even low B. Yeah, it's not bad. It's cool. It's a cool stance. Pretty much infinite energy is basically what it's saying. I like that. The last two. Whirling Axe. 5. It's an elite axe attack. 5 to 20 damage. And removes the stance, unblockable. 4 adrenaline. It's a very good skill. I'm putting it in B somewhere, probably like up here. I mean, just removing a stance very often, doing some damage, unblockable, 4 adrenaline. It's a good skill. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just nice. It's consistent. It reminds me of Cleave with a bit less damage, but a bit more utility. And now we're finishing with a nice skill called You Are All Alone. Elite Shout. Inflicts cripple and weakness condition, 8 seconds. No effect if target foe is near one of its allies. So near is the largest actual, no, it's the second largest radius in the game. You go adjacent, then it's near, then it's near, then it's in the area. 5 energy, 10-second cooldown. Cripple and weakness isn't anything crazy, definitely in PvE, honestly. And even in PvP, like, I mean, a free cripple is nice as a shout, so it just helps you catch up to someone consistently. I don't know. This is based on PvE, so PvE. This is like F. Like, no one cares about that. No one cares about that in PvE. Honestly, no one's gonna care. It probably has even less uses than some of these ones, because like these ones, like at least they do damage. Like this one does damage, I guess. No, this one's terrible. What am I talking about? But this one, like, I don't know. There's no reason I'd see someone use this in PvE. Honestly, none. Definitely in PvE, there's monsters all close together. They're all bunched up. They're all everywhere. You're never going to be able to use this skill. You're honestly never going to be able to use this skill. But that's our list so far. We're going to go back and have a look. See if there's anything I think that needs to be moved. Maybe this times could go down to this. Double damage is just a lot. I know it helps you, but double damage is a lot. You might have a bit too much in A as well. Maybe Cleave isn't an A. The more I just kept adding more and more to A, and I kept this in A. But I think Cleave is a B. Like, it's a good skill, but it's not like crazy good. I think this one's even better than Cleave. It has more utility. I think this one's a bit worse than this one, the endurance. Side note, I do really like that it's actually called Warriors Endurance, like the reference to the class itself. I really like that. I've always loved the Guild skills. That's why I'm doing the videos like this. I mean, it's taking me an hour and like 10 minutes, and I'm still going because I just love Guild skills. Like, that just fascinate me. The applications, the art style, the art, the names, how they work in conjunction with each other. Like, it's just so beautiful. Honestly, this game is so beautiful. There's no game that's encapsulated me so much when it comes to balance as Guild Wars 1. There is no game. No, I think this is pretty good. Warrior has a good plethora of elites, honestly. There are some really strong ones in S up here. And there are some really strong ones in A. Like, this one could probably go up to S. This one probably go up to S. They just have really strong skills, honestly. Warriors have great skills, and it's been a pleasure to talk about Warrior skills because I love Warrior skills. So I'm thinking which one I'll do next. Like I said, the only remaining classes I know even a bit about is Ranger. Ranger's another class I know quite a bit about. I know about Assassin to an extent. I know about Necro too. Mostly from you know, having NPCs, but I played a lot of different type of necros, blood, curse, death. When it comes to assassins, I've only really played just a standard dagger crit build. There's not much you can actually run with that assassin's PvE. Like, they kind of, unless you're like speedrunning, even then, like, there's only like one build or two maybe. So I'm gonna struggle with assassin and I'm gonna struggle with mesmer, but necro and ranger are probably gonna be next to, and after that I might stop. I just don't know enough about mesmer and assassin truly to do one. But ranger, necro, I think I could pull it off. I definitely think I could pull it off. But yeah, guys, hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoyed. It's been fun. Let me know what you think down below. If I made any mistakes, is there anything that you'd miss somewhere else? Does triple chop deserve to go up into S? Maybe? Does this one deserve to go in S? I mean, it's possible. There's a lot of great skills here. Warrior's been blessed with a lot of hard choices on what to bring, but the S's are just, they're just too strong. They're just too strong. Yeah, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna put triple chop in S. It is an S class skill. I don't give a shit what anyone says. It's an S. End of story. No pushing it out. Catch you next time. See ya.